Welcome to Meme2Earn Community Fireplace, where we kick back by the fire and have a little chat. We'll talk about Meme2Earn, meme of the day, tips, new developments, crypto markets, and anything else, as well as answer any community questions. Oh, and last but not least, we'll burn some tips. For those who may not know, Meme2Earn.com is a state-of-the-art revolutionary meme-to-earn platform built on the Neo N3 blockchain. On Meme2Earn, users can earn crypto in the form of our native token called tips by posting memes, commenting on them, and even browsing through them. We've been around for over a year, and to date, over 9,000 users have posted over 60,000 memes with 5 million impressions. What's more is every day we hold a new and unique meme contest we call Meme of the Day, where we send $420 every week to the best memes of the week. Other people, projects, and companies hold meme contests on Meme2Earn as well as sponsor Meme of the Day contests. And our current Meme of the Day sponsors are ndap.org, Ghost Market, Zatoxy, and Flamingo Finance. So let's get this thing started. I thought maybe we could kick this thing off today by announcing to our community our brand new upcoming community campaigns. Those will be starting in 2 days. It's going to be very similar to what we were doing on Zilly, but we're actually, and this is the first we're announcing to anyone about this, we're moving from Zilly to Task On. So it'll be very similar where users join Task On, they participate in various campaigns. The campaigns will be bi-weekly, and the tasks will be the same, very similar to Zilly. So following us on Twitter, following us on, subscribing on YouTube. We'll have several different tweet tasks. We'll have several different create your own type of tweet tasks. We'll have several different posting memes tasks. So yeah, very similar to Zilly, but it'll be on Task On, and Task On is different. There's a few differences with Task On, so it won't be the exact same as you can expect from Zilly, but it'll be different, I think, in a positive way. We'll continue rewarding $420 every month. And those will be sent monthly, but the campaigns will be bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks, we'll launch a new campaign with new tasks and whatnot. So I don't know if any of the rest of the team wants to speak on that a little bit, but
in Zilly campaigns, for example, if you have joined to the campaign at the first days of the month, you can get to the top of the leaderboard. So a person joining to that sprint in the third week, for example, has a really, really low chance to win. But within these Task On campaign runs, everybody will have an equal chance to win the rewards. So a person can join the campaign in the second week, and the user will have an equal chance to win when the user completes the tasks. So it will be much more fair, I assume, because not everybody can follow the new fresh campaigns every day. So some folks can join in the first day and some can join in the second week or the weekend of that first week of the month. So yeah, it will be much more fair. I believe that.
Yeah, totally agree. And our next campaign on Task On will be a little different and easier, I think. So it's the right time for new participants to join us. I think exact right time. So see you in the next new campaign.
Yeah, good points, guys. And also wanted to mention that rewards will be sent out to randomly selected participants now. So let's say 500 people participate. Instead of everyone winning and getting like 10 cents each, we'll randomly select 50 people per month. So because we have bi-weekly campaigns, you have a shot to be randomly selected twice, right? Once for each bi-weekly campaign. and we'll send out $8.40 to 50 participants each month, and that will come to a total of $420. So yeah, it'll be easier tasks, and then that'll be your shot at randomly being selected to win your tips. Cool. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's great to try something new as well, and hopefully we can keep the momentum up with the new system. It's always a little bit scary with something new. So I hope all the participants are eager to try something new and not fearful. And of course, we'll probably get some feedback so that we can adjust if anything goes wrong or if we lose momentum.
Yeah, and I don't mind.
We'll only gain more.
For sure. And I don't mind telling the community, like kind of like what happened, just very briefly. Zilly is starting to charge pretty high fees. They haven't started technically charging us yet, so we want to kind of stay ahead of the game and move to TaskOn before Zilly does start charging us. Since we already give so much in rewards every month, we can't quite budget paying Zilly as well for these campaigns. So I'm moving to TaskOn. TaskOn's free to run these campaigns so that we can stick to the $420 in rewards and not have the campaign cost cut into that any. So we're super excited about that. We hope you are too.
Keep the rewards for the people, for the users,
yes,
and not for the system.
Yeah, so we're willing to make that sacrifice, put in the work to move everything to TaskOn so that we can keep sending that hefty reward.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind to pay for a system as well. It's not that, but the amounts were like totally insane. So there would be no prices left. So it's
was
not
it like $5,000 or something a month? It was like insane. Yeah, that's just insane. So when you try to have prices for 420, and then they charge you 5,000.
It's not to be cheap. It's not that we don't want to pay for a system that helps us. It's just that be realistic about it.
You have to look at the proportions of like what you're giving away and what you have to spend to do that.
I think if $5,000, if you paid $5,000 to buy credits, you could have like a 15-year contest on Meme2Earn, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
We had sometimes that users have achieved something like 100,000 completed tasks, but when we check the Zilly page, the pricing page, the maximum package that they serve that was 25,000 tasks that can be completed. That's 4 times lower than we expected, and we are not even trying hard to achieve that numbers. I'm not sure what they're expecting, but it's really expensive. So as you have said, we are just saving those money to reward the users, not the platform.
But basically, this is where we see also Meme2Earn kick in, because we want to achieve the same things as Zilly does. We want people to host competitions, but like in the meme genre, instead of tweeting and doing tasks. So it's important that we also look inwards and see that it's not too expensive to host a meme contest. I think it's like for $100, you can run one for 10 or 14 days or something like that, and you will get insane. And we don't put if Zilly took like $10 a day, that's okay. But the issue here is that they charge you based on how many tasks that are done. Right. So we don't charge you for how many memes are created. If you have a successful contest, that's just really good for Meme2Earn, and it's good for your project.
In fact, soon we're going to launch a contest for contests. And we're going to reward you for more memes being created rather than charge you for more memes being created. So
yeah, that's the spirit. Like, you don't want to be afraid of success because you're afraid of the bill. Right. That's where it becomes counterintuitive.
Exactly.
Yeah. You mentioned in the intro that we're going to burn some nudes. So of course we are, and I am supposed to burn some nudes from the last AMA, I think also.
Burning nudes or tips?
Tips.
Yeah.
Like I always check the nudes contract, and everything says nudes on my screen from like in the code and everywhere. So I think I will never get rid of that name because all over my screen it says nudes still.
Nostalgia
So-
sprit.
Yes. Now we're gonna burn some tips, and I think we didn't burn anything from the participation last time or from site usage, and also there's something left in the NFT contract that I have withdrawn and is ready to be burned. So I need some numbers for the last AMA in regards to participation, and then for this one to burn. Did anyone note how many people listened in, like maximally at the last one?
So I think we're gonna have to listen back to the recording from last Fireplace. I don't think it was written down, but it's like.
I would just say like
we did
25.
talk about it. So, sorry.
If we say 25, I think like at least that's more than it was. So
Yeah, and I do think it was like 25. So.
Perfect. And then we have 25 times. How many do we reward again? Is it a billion or something per?
I believe it's 150 billion or 50 billion.
Yeah, because 1 billion is too little. I just
So if
saw
someone
that.
using while they're doing that stuff, is someone using the leaderboard and competing? Do you find it like attractive to compete to get points for creating memes and seeing your rank in the system?
Raise your hand and write in the chat.
Yeah. I see we have some people that are like going above and beyond, but there's really room for competition for the last, I think, top 10 is I would even go as far as saying like top 5 is maybe hard to get in, but top under that is just like up
It's
for
possible.
grabs.
Yeah. I see a lot of these names or nicknames again and again and again every second week when I pay out the rewards. So I know the usual gang who creates a lot of the memes that win as well. So it's solid work from the users on the top 20 list. I see those usernames again and again and again when I I do the payouts. So it's really good work and it's great. So, but like it's also interesting in the way that you can see that some people are actually using the comments. So I'm bad at reading the comments because I don't get that notifications. But yeah, we're speaking of also like having more of an inbox, so it's easier to maybe chat a little bit and send each other memes and get information from Meme2Earn about your rewards and stuff like that. We have the notification stuff right now, but sometimes we would like to be able to communicate with people as well. I think when we run the self-host contests, I think it would be really nice to have ways for people to communicate with each other on the site, because then maybe you pasted the wrong EVM wallet, you should give me another one so that I can send you the rewards and stuff like that.
Like
or
DMs.
else everything has to go through us. So like being able to like paste links to comments and stuff like that, it's maybe it makes it even more fun to use the site.
Hey, Nude Laser, I have the burn number for you if you're ready.
Yes.
So for the last AMA combined with this AMA, participant number will burn a total of 2,500 billion.
2,500 billion.
Mm-hmm. That's for the participants. So then that'll get added to any NFTs that were bought, and as well as site usage.
Okay. So if I divide that, is it 150 billion per participant?
It's 50 billion per participant.
50 billion. Okay. That comes down to how many participants?
We went with 25 last time, and this time I calculated it right when it was like 12 turning to 13, so I called it 12.5, which is half of last time. So
Okay, and you say 2 trillion, right?
half
2.5
of
trillion.
last time. Hold on, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's 1,250,000,000,000 last time, and for this time, let me divide that by 2. For this time, it's 625 billion.
Okay, are you able to
It's
paste
less
it
than
into chat? Just paste it into chat and I will copy it over to the wallet.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this chat
Okay.
here?
Anywhere. It's fine. Thank you. Or no, that was another message.
No,
All right. And anyone who had trouble with withdrawing recently, they should be able to try again now with the step 2. If they're not, I think someone had some troubles. I will try to fix that as well after the AMA or tonight. All right, I'll burn as soon as I can collect all the numbers, and I'll give a countdown.
I just sent you a message.
Thank you very much. All right, I have all I need. Thank you.
Or we're gonna burn like soon or like towards the end?
Towards the end, maybe. I can see the total number right now. Only in dollars. Let me see now if I summarize the amount of tips. That should be about 8 trillion. So that's a lot this time because there was a lot still pending in that NFT contract. So
Right.
I think is all the OGs sold out now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think so that's the reason why I think there's just above 8 trillion to burn right now, and with the current price that should be $1,200. That's amazing.
Yeah, awesome. 8 trillion.
Yeah, that's a
And
lot.
Mr. Google, it sounds like the new parser will be ready soon, and then we can get our statistics back up and running on Discord, maybe? Or how much have burned and what?
for like the burning and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't worked on that one, but and that basically doesn't have anything to do with the chain parser because that's just a database.
Okay.
So yeah, it will be done when we get some time to just basically update the bot.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not like top priority right now, and it should be easier to update this at least when we don't have to check the NFT contracts anymore, because there should be some to burn from the NFT contract now, but not a lot because they're all sold out, the OGs. So yeah, it should be able to fetch most of the information just from the database, and that's
Nice.
easier. Yeah.
So maybe we can take this opportunity to dive into meme of the day a little bit. If Zatroff and Morton want to kind of discuss that a bit, how that's been going.
Yeah, we have really high numbers from the meme of the day contests because the people at Flamingo Finance posting memes at Wednesdays and also the Zilli campaigns of the Meme2Earn campaigns have attracting much more users. Now, these users are participating to the meme of the day contests directly from the Meme2Earn webpage. Previously, they have just learned the Meme2Earn campaign from our Zilli campaigns. But right now, outside of Zilli, they just continue to create those beautiful memes to our meme of the day contests, and they continue earning tips with those wonderful memes. So Yeah, Zilli really helped increasing those user numbers, and I hope Tascon will also continue to increase these users. More users will attract more customers or more projects that they want to increase their exposure on Twitter, etc., etc. So platform wins equals to user wins, and we also want to reward more users. So yeah, it's a cycle that will make the platform grow more and more, bigger and bigger. I'm
Yeah,
currently really
I
happy
think.
about the situation.
Yeah, totally agree. I think Meme of Today has become much more fun and important after the Meme2Earn leaderboard. I observed that the comments and votes are increasing, and this makes us a greater community. And a larger community means greater entertainment and even more profit. Our project is growing. We are looking for prime Meme2Earn, and we are very close to that. So it's very important for people to hear about Meme2Earn. So thanks for participations, Meme of Today.
I definitely thank everyone. I can't believe the numbers on the statistics page. 9,000 users and 60,000 memes so far. That's mind blowing to me. Those numbers are pretty good. But I think in a year from now, we're going to look back to this Fireplace where I called those numbers mind blowing, and we're going to laugh because the numbers a year from now are going to be probably insane. Remember when we called 60,000 memes mind blowing? It's going to be like millions, probably. We'll see how that dates itself. But yeah, and not to mention, we do have a new promotion page launching soon. So this promotion page is going to include all the information any potential sponsor of Meme of the Day needs to know, and any potential person or company or project that wants to run a meme contest. It'll have all the information for them as well. So right now, we're having to kind of DM projects and people to ask them if they want to have a meme contest, and that's working. But we want it to be more kind of self-contained so that, Twitter doesn't go around asking people if they want to advertise on Twitter. Like, people just want to advertise on Twitter, and you go to Twitter and there's a whole, information system there on anything you need to know about advertising on Twitter. That's what we're going to build on Meme2Earn, basically. So anyone can go to the promotion center, click on this page, and get all the information they need, which is, all the statistics, how to run a meme contest, what you get by running a meme contest, what other projects have seen running meme contests. I think with all of this information laid out in front of them, right there, right on Meme2Earn, it'll be a beautiful thing. We should see an influx of projects hosting meme contests on the platform, and it will kind of take a load off us a little bit in that realm, because we won't be having to kind of send direct messages to project owners and stuff as much. We will still do that, but we can send a link as opposed to, this tons of text trying to explain the meme contest. Like, it'll just be right there in the link. And, projects owners are busy people, and they just want everything short and sweet and right there and to the point. And this way they can just click the link and go to Meme2Earn and kind of figure it out from there and read what they want to read and ignore the rest, and not just be pummeled with a chapter book worth of information. Like with projects who are within the Neo ecosystem, it's a little bit easier because they're more willing to read what you have to say. Because you're also in Neo, and we're all like one loving family here in Neo. But projects outside of Neo, you're just kind of like a stranger to them. So if you message them, pages and pages worth of information, they're not going to read it. But if you message, hey, we have a platform, we've got 9,000 users, they've posted 60,000 memes, click this link, go check it out for yourself. I think that's 1,000% better than the approach that we've been doing up until now. So with this promotion page, they'll just click on the link, get all the information, all the statistics, and it'll keep all of that updated automatically. So just like the statistics page we have now on the leaderboard, we'll have that on the new promotion page. So the project owners can say like, hey, even if they didn't sign up right away, if they went back to the page like a month later, whoa, they grew from 60,000 memes to 80,000 memes in a month, or they grew from 9,000 users to 15,000 users in a few months. These guys are growing. This does actually look like a promising project that we can host a meme contest on and whatnot. So they'll provide all the information for sponsorship, what they get with that, all the information for meme contests, what they get with that, and they get a lot, right? They get all of this marketing basically from every single user who participates has to tweet the memes, tagging their project. Also, a lot of these contests, the project pays in their own token, right? So then our users are getting the wallets for those projects, get the need that can hold that project's token.
I think it's nice to have that information live, as you talk about, and updatable. Also, with prices can be changed. So then, when they get back, if we change some prices or some details about how to run projects, it's all updated on the page rather than here's a new PDF or which one is correct. I have several versions of that PDF, which one is the right one, and people really don't want to open documents either, like if they don't trust you at all.
Not the PDF.
Not the PDF.
PDF from strangers is dangerous.
But also, I'm thinking like opening a link to a third-party site can also be like suspicious. So having like a proxy Medium article that just sends you further to the next site, that it has like a short, sweet paragraph and then a link where you can read more and updated information. That it's even more trust because people trust Medium and people trust YouTube. So we should think about that as well when sending
Twitter.
Links to projects and Twitter. So that way you can like proxy that information through like a even more legit channel than Meme2Earn.com. So because Discord and clicking links directly has led to quite a lot of trouble for a lot of projects, even Neo. So we should think about that as well when we're reaching out. But hopefully we'll have some inbound type of sales.
Didn't we have it today? So
yes, actually, yeah.
We had the project coming to us asking for a meme competition. So that's the first time that we didn't basically reach out to them or getting them through like our networks. So of course this is in our network, so we shouldn't brag too much, but it's like still it's just a big project coming to us, hoping to have a meme competition or asking to have one. And then it becomes easy when you get projects coming, and this is a project coming back, so that's even a bigger success.
Yes.
So like if you see them do that like 5 or 6 times a year, and then you have hundreds of those, that's like then our goal is reached.
Yeah. Okay. It's a small step, but it's a step in the right direction. So yeah. What did you say, Bruce?
Oh, no worries. I was just going to say it becomes easier and easier too the more self-automated it gets, which has been our goal the whole time. So when we first started, it was like 0% self-automated. I would say at this point, it's probably like 50 to 100% self-automated, right? Because projects can just come and buy the credits and run their own meme contest. We don't need to work with them at all. However, the projects who have been doing that, we have been working with them just because it's still the beginning stages of running your own meme contest. So we're there to answer questions and we're there to, help them in any way possible. But with this new promote page that we're launching, that should start happening less and less over time. Like when you have questions, sure, there's a help desk with Twitter or with Google if you're like launching an ad or something, but over time, right, the goal is to not have to hold hands as much, right? Right now, there's still some holding hands, but over time, I think it'll be less and less as we get more and more projects joining. especially with the new promote page and more information given to them ahead of time rather than just telling them as they go along. So
yes, as with every startup, there is the saying, do things that don't scale. That's in the beginning, because you have to learn from the experiences, and you can't become Google or Microsoft or Twitter or Facebook immediately overnight. You have to kind of earn that in a sense, and you do that by doing things that doesn't scale. And like the founders of Airbnb, they went to every apartment that they rented out on the platform in the beginning to take professional photos. That doesn't scale when you're have an ambition to rent out millions of apartments all over the world. But in the beginning, that helped them to kind of get to that vision of what Airbnb would be eventually. But they had to do a lot of manual work to get there. By taking those photos and helping the people setting up the right text and advertisements for their apartments and everything. So it was some negative game for them in the beginning, and it's the same with us right now with regards to prices, with the work we put in, with how self-run competitions are like a little bit buggy, maybe difficult. We don't have that page of information that you talked about that's going to be released. But it's getting there slowly but steadily. So we are actually doing those things that doesn't scale. And from the outside, that may look like, well, that's kind of weird that you're still doing all this kind of work. And will it ever work if you do all this manual work? Yes, it will. It's just that we like to be hands-on and learn in the beginning. So
really good
take
points.
pride in that.
It makes me think back to Netflix too, right? At the very beginning, Netflix sent out DVDs to everyone. That's how Netflix started.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember. So that's similar to Meme2Earn right now. Like, we are talking with the projects. We're helping them every step of the way to have these contests. We're even contributing our own tips in order to have these projects have contests, all of this. And that's us sending DVDs, right?
Yes.
But soon enough, millions of users will just be streaming our content, such as Netflix does, metaphorically. And we won't be sending DVDs anymore. But right now in the startup phase, but all of that does, even though it doesn't scale in the beginning, like you said, I think it it does in its own way, right? We won't be sending DVDs anymore. So that little piece doesn't scale, but it scales into something else.
Exactly.
You need to also, like, you can't plan for every scenario. Like you said, Netflix started by sending DVDs, but then internet became something that most people had, and it was good enough to stream videos. So then they pivoted into that. And I think that's the important part here, that if you try to now look at what Meme2Earn is 10 years in the future, you're just wasting your time. Of course, having a vision is really nice, but like taking it along the road, doing what's needed to be done. And then you end up with, like, now we have a meme site with almost 10,000 memes created in January, from where we started, where maybe 3 were posted in a day or something. Yeah. So it's like looking at that progress and what comes first, chicken or the egg. And here it's like, you don't get users if you don't have memes. You don't have memes if you don't have users. So at least we're tackling both those problems right now and growing. We're getting more users. We're getting more memes. We're a bit lower on impressions, but we're also soon looking at 1 million impressions in a month. And that's pretty good for a website.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So. Yeah. And I think you touch upon an important point there, where you have to be dynamic in a startup in the beginning so that you can pivot easily and go wherever the market or the user base takes you, and wherever you see like a business opportunity. And when I say business opportunity for Meme2Earn, it's a decentralized business opportunity. So it's an opportunity for the team and for the users to earn more and be part of a success story. And not to rip off old wounds, but in the beginning we didn't know what to do. and we were talking about games, we were talking about casino, we're talking about a lot of different things, and we had to make decisions where to go. Where do we have most competitions? Okay, probably games. What's the most difficult thing to create in a legal sense? That's definitely a gambling platform. What's the thing that's easiest to get to market and that our users already enjoy so much? That is making memes. So like you have to make those decisions, and sometimes they're easy to make, and sometimes they are really hard to make. And killing your babies is one of the hardest things, and like letting go of putting hundreds of hours into making a game, that's difficult to kill that baby. But I'm so glad that most of my time has been focused on creating that meme site now rather than something else, because I can see it is paying off, both in like impressions but also in fun, like enjoyable content, and a great community.
Yeah, and you end up, once you pick one of those babies to grow, right?
Yeah.
As it grows, things are happening that you didn't even think of when it was a baby, right? So even though we may not be continuing with a casino or with, games or the metaverse or whatnot, the baby that we did choose to move forward with is growing into adolescence now. Now we have meme of the day. Now we have sponsors. Now we have meme contests from outside projects. Now we have a leaderboard. These are all things we didn't even think of when Meme2Earn was a baby. It wasn't even Meme2Earn when it was a baby, right? Even Meme2Earn grew out of the baby. So there's a lot of things that this baby grew into. I can't even.
That's better saying the baby grew into than things growing out of a baby.
Yeah, but like that one thing becomes 10 things, and all of a sudden we're grandparents instead of like parents for this child, and the team is growing and the community is growing. So all of a sudden we're a small village, not to do like inbreeding, but we're like we're trying to expand with people from outside as well. So touching upon that, I hope we can like bring in a lot of new people in 2024 so that they can come into our Fireplace and into our site and enjoy all that content. And those 10 new ideas will have 10 new ideas spark out of them, and all of a sudden we have a solid ecosystem.
Someone needs to go make some memes about babies and Meme2Earn. Weird inbred babies growing things.
All Alabama themed memes.
Yeah, but it's been a nice progress, and I think it's really important to think about that Meme2Earn is a little bit over a year. It has now 10,000 memes a month. It has, if we say, around 600,000 impressions. It has a stable user base. It has people using it every day. And for most websites on the internet, that's not reality. You make a website or you make a crypto game or you make whatever. And maybe if you're lucky, your mother and father will visit that web page, and that's it. So 99.9% of all projects and websites on the internet are dead before they even launch.
Yeah, so like 90% of the job is already done, I think. Like because the first 90% is so hard getting to those numbers that you mentioned right now. So because now you have momentum and you're kind of like
it's easier now to grow because we can show project that we have 10,000 users, we have 10,000 memes every day, we have like this amount of impressions. Now we have something to show. But when you don't have anything to show, it's like people make money of making music, and it looks really easy. Like let's say Elton John makes a song and then he makes $10 million, and we can say like, yeah, but it's so easy. It's like, but if I do it, I have no followers, I have nobody wanting to buy my music. So that's the hard part. Getting from zero to something, that's hard. Getting from something to like $10 million, that's easier because you already have that platform to grow on.
Yep.
Definitely. So speaking of the growth, sounds like we have a lot of tips to burn.
Yes.
Are we going to get ready to send those to the black hole?
Let's do it. I can go
No,
to
are you burning them or sending them to
That was the joke.
Thank you, Bordeaux. Thank you. It's a tradition now. We've been doing it for like a year soon.
Yes. So I did invoke the black hole method on the smart contract. Yes, I did not send to the zero address. And we can do the television fake countdown as we always do. So whenever you're ready, you do the countdown and I'll paste the link and ready your gift.
Let's burn some tips. 5, 4, 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Go! All right, that's a lot of. That's a lot of.
Like it's in general, people. You should ready your gifts. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a new record or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so as well. That should be like it's. I don't think it's a record in dollar amount, but I think it's a record in tips amount.
Yes.
But it's also 2 months worth. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shh. Shh.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, but that's it feels good with less tips in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. But we have like 13 minutes to go. If someone has any questions or something like that, it's just nice to come up on stage or write them in the chat. Else we will talk about crypto in general, I guess. A lot of things happened in the last month. So we're trying to now ask SEC if they can withdraw those ETFs because it didn't work out as we wanted. No, actually, it's working really good. It's just Grayscale that needs to scale down. It has a lot of unrealized profits. Also, FTX had a lot of Bitcoin there, and I think also Three Arrows and stuff like that had a lot of Bitcoin locked in there. So it looks like the outflow from Grayscale is much less now. But what I see every day, and that's like starting to become a pattern, is that before the market opens in America, Bitcoin goes down in price because Grayscale is selling before market opens. And then when market opens, we see a lot of price movement, at least days where it's like net positive price. Like yesterday, I think net positive purchases were like 5,000 Bitcoin. And we saw what that did to the price yesterday.
Yes, we have a whole new dynamic now. It's interesting. It's something else to look at, and of course, for those interested, it's really, really fun to see how everything is adopting, and you have now interim days. You didn't have that before.
Yeah. Like in weekends, it's like really boring to watch crypto. It looks dead.
Yeah.
And then after market close in America, it's like, oh, dead again.
Yes.
Yeah, and I guess like in 40 minutes, we will see a lot of movements for the next 6 to 7 hours.
Yeah.
These ETFs have caused a lot of volume and hype or anti-hype, or FUD and then hype and then FUD and then hype, and then if you look back to the release of the gold ETF way back in the day, I think it was the first handful of months or even like year or two, the price of gold actually went down, and then it skyrocketed, like really skyrocketed after that. But it didn't skyrocket right at the launch of ETF, the gold.
They know what they're doing. They're not stupid. This is the richest people on the planet, the biggest funds on the planet. So they have access to more capital than any other human being.
Oh yeah,
and they're not stupid. They know how to shake the trees and make sure that. But what I like and what gives the stamp of approval, in my opinion, is that they are willing to move into Bitcoin as hard money, and that makes me think that they also agree that it is, and they have expressed that they think it's hard money, and and Bitcoin has much more advantages than gold as a store of value. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the day that the pension funds are starting to enter the market. I don't think it's more than maybe a year or something away. So things gonna go quick for people in crypto. I think now the next 12 to 24 months.
I think so too, especially with halving right around the corner as well. It's funny because you do see a lot of Bitcoin maxis out there basically shit talking the ETFs because the ETF technically isn't buying Bitcoin. So that's their whole thing. Like you don't actually own Bitcoin. It's just a way to get these giant players in, and now you're buying from them instead. So the Bitcoin maxis are actually not super happy about the ETF.
But they have to buy Bitcoin. And if you look at like old people, if you want retired people to invest, and if you want like bigger pension funds and stuff like that to invest, you need these wrappers basically. It's just like saying you don't want to buy Bitcoin on Flamingo, but right? It's just it's a wrapper. It's still a Bitcoin under there, so you can get it out. But if you don't have that wrapper, you will isolate a lot of people away from it. So
agreed.
So I see that pension fund managers will not buy Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't agree. I think it's of course an subjective opinion. The thing here is that bonds are the biggest market. Buying U.S. bonds is the absolute biggest money market. When it comes to Bitcoin,
the biggest market, that is the highest liquid market.
Yeah, the liquid market. So if you look at buying Bitcoin, it's like when the Bitcoin price is $1,000, the market cap is too small for a pension fund to move trillions of dollars in and out. So it's not liquid enough. And it's the same when it's like at $1,000, you get people with $100,000 in. At $10,000, you get people with $1 million in. At $100,000, you get people with $10 million in, because that's like, what is my price impact going into Bitcoin and having it as a store of value? If you look at it compared to buying houses, it's really hard to sell those houses in a day to buy something else if it's just store of value. So buying houses is really bad if it's just to store value for a period of time. And the same is it with Bitcoin when the market cap is too small. So for every basically period we go up, it's easier for bigger money to enter the market. And now we see the ETFs. And I would say that bonds are also looking risky. If you held US bonds now for 12 years, you're in minus. You lost money owning bonds. And that should be that's basically 40% of most pension funds' portfolio are US bonds.
Yeah, so they're looking elsewhere. But of course, we have a message in the comment section here also say that pension fund managers will not buy Bitcoin. They're the most conservative investors ever, and I would agree. But still, they did it with gold after BlackRock got their stamp of approval on it, and over 10 years, the pension fund started to buy gold as well, and it was because BlackRock pushed it and other major money managers, and then I guess we can see the pension funds buying Bitcoin as well, and maybe later Ethereum as well. But I think it will take some time, but not as long a time as with gold, because remember these ETFs have been trying to be approved for such a long time, so it's nothing new now. They've been selling this already, I think, and more as they approached approval and they got more and more confident. It's not like they haven't talked about Bitcoin at all to their clients.
No, but like you also have to look at the different thing. Like in a regular market, when gold was launched, the dollar was stable, everything was nice. But now we're looking, if you got $5 million, $5 million or $500,000 every day since the pyramids were built, you still wouldn't have more money than the US debt grew since June. So just think about those insane numbers. We're looking at an like to an infinite growth of US debt, and we've seen this multiple times in history. We don't need to like say that we don't know what's happening. Just go back and look at what happened in Rome when they started like clipping the money. Look at what happened to clay beads and all that stuff. It's not. This is math. It's not like we invented a new way of doing it. They're doing it just the same old way that it's been done before, and then we will always know how it will end up. And I think pension funds and other funds also know that. The drawback for Bitcoin is that it's software. So that's my only concern. Like we talked about this earlier today, Noodlister. It's like it's software, so it can be hacked. Basically, like, or you have some quantum computer or something like that. But everything else is perfect because you have a stock to flow that is guaranteed in time.
Mm.
And even with like gold, if gold price is 10x, I would promise you that we will find more gold. But it would not like do more than a 2 to 3x on the stock to flow.
No,
but like same with oil. If it 10x's, we will find 10x more oil. It's easy as that. So that price will come back down.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that you see like say like okay, an infinite amount of money, and even that's something that the president of the Federal Reserve Bank even says on camera. Neil Kashkari, or what's his name, said like there's an infinite amount of money or cash at the Federal Reserve. That's just crazy and mind blowing. That he even says that it's an infinite amount of money because he knows they can print it, but like saying that to anyone that has the ability to count, multiply, and divide, that just means that it will eventually go to zero if they push the button towards infinity. And they seem to be eager to do that. So
but it takes time. It's not like I think Rome were able to do this for a couple of 100 years. But then I think in your ages, we have internet, we have communication, so you have less time to do money clipping because information spreads faster.
Yeah.
I think we need
speaking
to,
of the oil and the oil, finding more oil and finding more gold, that's exactly what happened when the gas price in NEO spiked recently, right? Because suddenly more people are buying NEO and voting for governance with that NEO, so you're getting less gas. So even though the gas price spiked, you're not getting more USD because you're getting less gas because more people bought the gas. More people went and found the NEO or found the gold, like you said, in order to bring the price back down. So
it's market dynamics. So
it's always balances.
So anyway, we've got 1 minute left. The team has to hop over to the Flamingo Finance AMA. So for those who want to join us over there, please do. If not, we'll see you in the next Fireplace Tips Burn event. Thanks you all for joining. We'll burn some ticks next time. We'll see you there.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.